Hey YouTube, thanks for viewing Lena reads the sign of Aries for January 15th through the 31st, 2019. I'm pulling from Sacred Oracles as usual first. I'm sorry, Sacred Oracles. I'm pulling from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. I've already shuffled. Remember, the readings are based on collective energies for zodiac signs. That means don't take it as your life, but use the resonating messages as a tool to shed light on issues that need your attention. You can get a reading where you can ask personal questions and get personalized advice. That's my suggestion. My donation, Instantgo, and Vimeo information are in the description, along with the decks that I'm using. Now let's get it for Aries, January 15th through the 31st, 2019. So the two oracle cards we got are Self-Esteem and Big Bold Vision. These two. And let's get it. Aries, January 2019. Ooh. Aries, we got the Sun in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse. Okay. So the happiness is on the line, basically. With the Sun in reverse, that could represent Leo energy. So you could be dealing with a Leo, or there could be a Leo somewhere in your energy here that's related to this decision that's not being made. Looks like you're trying to find information, right? So this decision requires more information than what you're comfortable with to make a decision, but you're just confused. It looks like confusion to me. It looks like you made changes. Hold on. Because the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Deuces usually mean a decision. But with the Two of Pentacles, it looks like you may have let something go to focus on one thing. All these cards are in reverse. Clarify the Sun in reverse. Uh-oh. Okay. So okay, everything is just upside down. So the Sun in reverse is clarified by the Empress. Could be Taurus or Libra energy here. There may be a relationship on the rocks, or a relation. Like I said, you may have let go of something to focus on gaining information towards this decision that's holding everything up, that's holding your progress up. Let me clarify again. Now these just fell out. I'm going to look at them and put them back in. But that's the Ace of Swords. You're all in your head about something. You can't get it. Something you can't get off your mind. Nine of Pentacles here twice. Four of Pentacles. Again, feels like letting go or giving up. I'm putting those back. Okay. Let me just look at this, because there's some information with the Six of Pentacles here, and I'll call out the signs here for you, but let me just see. Yeah, because you could be dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, or a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Or an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But this is what's throwing me right here. Let me clarify that real quick. So we got the Two of Swords clarified by the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Okay. So I want to say something about a past relationship that is requiring this change, this decision, or this choice, right? It's requiring you to make a choice. Like someone's asking you to choose between two things that you see benefit in, right? So it's like, to have one, you have to let one go, right? I just had a crazy thought, and I don't want to say that, but it was like, if you, let's say you have to quit drinking, or you got to quit smoking. Really, you need to quit both, but for you to quit one, you know, it's just like you just don't want to quit neither one, you know, like, I don't know, something like that. But this is based on people. So it looks like here you're having to make a choice between the Empress, which could be Taurus, or Libra, or a Leo, and one of these other signs that's represented here. But it's got you all up in your, it's got you all in your head. Like, for the Page of Swords to be here in reverse, you could be spying, or someone, you could be spying, or someone could be spying on you. Here's a card in the upright. This is indicating a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, that is possibly, that you could be spying on, or is possibly spying on you. But when you make, I want to say when you make a decision, but it feels like you put in the time, either spying or researching, right? We can call it either one, but either spying or researching, and you put in so much time there that you had to loose some other things that would have been taking up that time, which ended up being kind of like dropping some things to pursue this information, or this, whatever you was getting out of spying. But dropping that yields your happiness, right? There's some freedom in dropping one of those things and pursuing this information. Clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse. that would be clarified by female energy. It is okay. So you earn. What do you earn? Do you earn a second chance here? Hold on. Oh my God, y'all. Okay, so what am I doing? What am I not seeing right? Can you help me clarify the Maiden of Air? Clarifying the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. Clarify the Nine of Earth. Clarifying the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And two cards came out with that one. That was the Seven of Swords, which is one of those like conflict cards, but it didn't fall out. So with that, it looks like, I'll clarify that. Okay, so you dropped something. You didn't just drop it. It's like you were curious, and this curiosity overtook you. So when that curiosity overtook you, it was almost like making a choice unconsciously, because everything except what you were curious about is now behind you. So that was unconsciously making this decision that yields this happiness for you. I'm calling it happiness. It's represented here by the Ten of Cups, which is emotional. It's like emotional fulfillment. The Knight of Wands, clarifying. Let's see here. Okay, so you end up, it looks like here, an exchange. You exchange a passionate pursuit for an offer of I want to say, how do you call it? Peace, right? Like a peace offering. So you go from being driven by your curiosity to being satisfied by this information, by what you learn. And like here, this is the Eight of Cups. That's usually this card in the regular tarot deck means like leaving something behind, like no longer into, like you change directions. It's like a change in directions. But because of the way it looks in this book, in this deck, I'm relating this to the fact that you studied your way into clarity. Hold on just a second. I gotta get me a new chair because this one is just loud. But okay, so there's this worry, like what do I do? Then there's this question, how do I do it? Then there's this enlightenment that draws you in, and you learn from it what route to take, and it gives you, you can see what you're supposed to do now, right? And then with the Nine of Pentacles clarifying itself here, let me just make sure I understand. But it looks like because the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Earth is like being, like in the regular tarot, it's like being happy, classy. It's like being good all by yourself. Like you don't need anybody. You're happy. You're balanced by yourself. So with it being in reverse and then clarified by, you know, being in the upright, and then that clarified again by the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like, again, you went from not knowing and you came into the knowledge. Like this is a, like I want to say like a transformation or a, like just growth. It's like you grow. And with the with the ending in the Nine of Pentacles here, it could mean that you end up single. It could mean that you end up financially, physically, materially sound. And then with the Wheel of Fortune here, I believe that that's saying that you're on the right track. Like this is the path that you're supposed to be on. You're supposed to seek this information. You're supposed to, like you were supposed to make this decision, but just following that curiosity yielded, it took you down a path that clarified everything for you. Clarify to 10 of water. Okay. So let's see here. We had a Leo, Taurus, Libra, and let's see here. Okay, so the Empress, or the Goddess in reverse, is clarified by a reunion. So you may have been out of a relationship and that ends up working out, or that you come back into union with this person. Let's clarify. Clarify the Sun in reverse. Clarify the Sun in reverse. Okay. Clarify the Goddess in reverse. Clarify the Six of Chalices. Okay. This is getting a little bit more confusing. Okay, so the Leo, or the Sun in reverse, or your happiness, that could be happiness. In reverse, clarified by the Knight of Wands. I feel like this is saying you're working out, you're working towards this. You're working towards fixing this. With the Goddess clarified by the Strength in reverse, okay? So the Sun is the card of Leo. The Strength card is also the card of, you know, indicating Leo energy. So with the Goddess or the Empress being clarified by the card of Leo, I mean that to say that, or that could be saying that Libra, Taurus, or Leo could be some of your choices, but they're in reverse. And so is your happiness. But you're in passionate pursuit, it feels like, and this could be you, or the energies could be vice versa. But it looks like the reunion would be with the Libra or Taurus. But it doesn't look like that is emotionally fulfilling, right? It looks like with the King in reverse, you're not straightening up your act, or vice versa. This person isn't straightening up their act. Also, someone could be sick, or, just, in a low vibration. Some, one of the people that you're dealing with. And maybe that, for some of you, that could be the reason for the reunion. Maybe you went back to help this person recover, or to help them in their time of need. But it's just a hard time for you. It's not like you're in passionate pursuit here, or either someone's passionately pursuing you, but you're not. It doesn't fix you, right? It doesn't fix you, or it doesn't fix them. Let's clarify the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, so as far as this decision that you have to make, and we're getting, oh wow, okay, shit. So Leo, Libra, Taurus, or Leo, real strong Leo, but the reunion, wait a minute. Okay, so what am I not seeing here? Just a moment. Clarify these. Okay, so reunion. Okay, so reunion clarified by the Ace of Wands, which is a new start, a new passionate start. Clarify the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So apparently this reunion is costly. Clarify the Six of Cups in reverse. Clarifying the Two of Swords in reverse. So it looks like the decision that you just can't understand. It looks like you just can't understand why. You can't understand why this this isn't working, right? You can't understand why this isn't giving you, this isn't fulfilling, right? Hold on, let me hold them like that. So these two cards are in reverse, and with the Eight of Pentacles here in reverse, it's like you're just not working on this anymore, and that's clarifying you know, leaving this reunion. Like, you're not willing to work on this reunion anymore. But you don't understand why. You don't understand why this is not working. So, clarifying the clarifying the Two of Swords, we got the Six of Pentacles in reverse again. That's the third time. No, that's Pentacles. Okay, hold on. With the Six of Pentacles, this is the third six. But with the Six of Pentacles in reverse here, feels like you ain't hurting about this. And the Six of Pentacles is clarified by the Nine of Cups in reverse. Like, you just can't get it. Like, you just can't get there. Like, you don't want it, but it ain't no reason for you to not want it. And then juggling down, clarified by no longer waiting, no longer, you gave up, right? You gave up. So either this is like you have a decision to make, and either you gave up on both, possibly Libra, Taurus, and Leo, or, you know, any of those. It could be any sign, but you just said, fuck it, I'm beating my brain up. I need to know this. I need to know this and this and this and this in order to know where to go from here. And you just, either you just start spying, or you find out somebody's spying on you. But it looks like you some of you could be spying. The other indication for this card is that there's some possibly hostile communication, written communication, text messages, or social media, or but it's like immature, like, you know how girls and boys act in school when you like somebody, you trip them, or you push them, or you pinch them, you know, instead of just saying, hey, you know, what's your number, you know. So it's like, you know, for some of you it could mean spying. For others of you it could mean just immature back and forth. And that's clarified by the King of Wands here. This moon is like a waning water and the moon. Hold on just a second. Let's just clarify. Page of Swords, Page of Cups, King of Wands. Okay. Yeah, so with this little argument here, or whatever this back and forth is, it's got either you or the person that you're dealing with, somebody's down. You know, it's like somebody's hurting, and somebody's realizing that they need to pull out, right? If I can't do nothing but hurt you, I need to leave you alone. Sagittarius showed up, so it could be a Sagittarius involved here. We got, let's see here, there's like Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And then when you come around to whatever you find out that takes your curiosity away, could be another person. It could be a Sagittarius here with the Temperance card. But it looks like you start looking at, I want to say you start looking at this other person. So we got Libra, Taurus, Leo, and Sagittarius. It looks like you're trying to choose between two, and then you get enlightened, right? You find something out that says, hey, I want this person. And it could be one of these two people, one of the, like, and I don't want to say signs, but I'm calling them out. But it could be one of the same people that you were choosing between, or it could be someone different for some of you. But it's like they have your nose wide open, or this information is very intriguing, like you want to know more. You just want to know more. You don't feel like you know enough. And somebody's keeping secrets. Okay, so the reason the Two of Pentacles is in reverse is because you have to, like, you come into this information, but you don't come into this information for free. You had to give up something. You feel like if you keep doing this, you're gonna have to give up. You're gonna have to enlighten somebody else with some of your secrets. So that's more like why you back out of this argument or this sharing of information, or like an argument. Like, I'm basically getting an argument here where somebody's probably saying, oh, you did that? Well, I did this. Or, you know, like, it's coming out. And with that information, you're able to, like, drop something and pick up something else, right? Drop something, but you don't just drop it. You get turned on by something else. Let's see here. You realize that you don't have it like you thought you had it. You thought you was King Midas, but it turns out, you know, you just a knight. You know, you're not who you thought you were after y'all have these sharp words. And then you decide, I'm gonna shut up, I'm gonna pull out of this because, you know, certain things I just can't say. I won't go there. But it's like you take what you get from there, and it makes you want to work on yourself, and you build information, I'm guessing. Like, let's see, I want to guess at this, but let me clarify. hold on. Okay, so you want to build information. Yeah, let me clarify the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, clarifying the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Yeah. So with the Seven of Wands, it looks like you pull out to save yourself. You pull out to save yourself because, like, information is coming out in this exchange that it's affecting you. Like, it's affecting your self-esteem, right? You ain't who you thought you was after you heard all this shit, right? Or you don't feel like you're as powerful as you were before this person cut you down. And the enlightenment here is you. You realize that you've been working on I want to say something that's going nowhere, but I'm going to clarify. I want to just take this card right here. Okay. It looked 2 10s. I just snatched that card from over there and I got a 10 clarifying a 10. But it's the 10 of Swords. Okay. So you realize that you ain't what you thought you were, according to this person's words. All the shit that they brought out, you know, it brought out. This conversation caused y'all to cut each other up, right? You pulled out of this fight because you need to hold back. You need to save your strength. You need to save your weapons. But really, you can't. You're not proud of this argument. You're not proud to be able to cut somebody down like this. And you know you can. You can cut just like that person cut you, and vice versa. But once you pull out, there's immediate growth. There's immediate growth. Like as soon as you shut up and say, hey, I'm not even gonna do this with you no more. I'm done. I'm done. Right? That's the 10 of Swords. You end up in the 10 of Cups, right? The 10 of Cups is, like I said, it's a success card. Kind of like emotional fulfillment. You rebuild yourself just that quick. This person knocked you down, you rebuild yourself just that quick by turning your back and not continuing to play I'm gonna cut you, you cut me, I'm gonna cut you, you cut me. You cut that game out. And again, this is the 5 of Swords in the regular deck is like it's like a conflict card. But in this deck, I'm noticing first of all that there's a person, you know, who's winning here. These are all winners, by the way. Somebody's pissed over here that she's a runner-up, but they're all winners because they're all on the podium, right? So you pull out of this, you immediately win, and you ain't wasted no time moving on, right? Moving on with this new found what do you want to call it? Like, it's like you automatically leveled up when you pulled out of this childish argument or this childish fight that you were back and forth with somebody on, or this childish competition. It took you to where you were ready to be bigger. Okay? So, with the Knight of Wands in reverse, going forward, I said that that was to, hold on here, let me clarify it. Alright, so the Knight of Wands. Okay, so it looks like here for some of you, even though you do graduate, pulling out of this argument, you graduate emotionally, but you still have to retreat. Like, you still got to think about everything that was said here. You got to think about everything you learned about yourself and the other person or the other parties involved. But it makes you, what do you want to say, like, it makes you think. It makes you think before you leap. Like, you're not, like, you're ready to leap after you, this is the Fool, but you're ready to leap. That also, yeah, basically foolish, but you can, hold on, let me catch myself. It makes you, like, instead of just going for it or just coming off the head with stuff, it makes you think first. Like, think before you speak and think before you move, you know. And let's see here. Once you have thought about it, these are all knights. Hold on. Once you thought about it, you think about it, you're ready to move. You think about it, you know, and you're ready to move, but you're still holding back. Like, you're not all in on this move. So you, like, you're in your head, right? Before you want to move, but you're in your head about moving. So you can see yourself moving in your head. You can see yourself reaching out to new people, or you can see offers coming in, or vice versa, right? You can see yourself reaching out to new people, or you can see new offers coming in, but you're like, you're not on hold, you're just slow motion, like, because you're thinking about everything. The only knight that's in the upright here is the Knight of Swords, and you got three other knights that are in reverse. So that, I'm taking that to mean you've got all these emotions and all this passion and all this energy built up, but you're channeling that energy through your heart, and you're channeling that energy through your mind. Basically, you're not letting your heart control this. You're channeling that energy through your mind, and you're trying to make sense of everything, right? Before you move. So it's making it look like you're not. It's making it look like you're not able to decide what you want to do because you're taking your time. You're putting together your story. You're putting together how this is going to work. Like, and that's what I feel. I feel like you know how everything needs to move. You know how this is going to move to be comfortable for you. So you're slowing everything down that's coming in too fast. You're slowing it down to the pace that you're thinking at right now. And you're not making a decision. But then come here and we've got the 9 of, hold on. Okay, cards everywhere. 2 of Cups. Bring it back. I've got a 9 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Earth. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So I have never pulled this card in this deck. This is the Hangman in the Wildwood Tarot, and it looks like this is the card of Pisces. Like the Hangman can represent Pisces energy, but the way it looks, what the hell? I ain't never seen this card. It's weird, but it looks like the Capricorn has horns, but it has like a fishtail. This chick don't have no horns, and so it's Pisces energy anyway. But we just take this as the Hangman. So with the 9 of Pentacles clarified by the Hangman, I take that to say that you're just not comfortable yet. You're just not comfortable in this new you, so to speak, because you've gone from, you broke up with somebody, first of all, which you didn't want to do. Not only did you break up with somebody, but all your options have been exhausted in what's transpired over this period here. It's like you broke up with somebody, you left somebody, you got into an argument with the other motherfucker, and y'all cussed each other out so bad that now both of y'all hurt. But all of this could have happened with the same person, or all of this could have happened with some of your options. But with all that happened, and it was meant to happen because we got the Wheel of Fortune here twice, but with all of that happening, somebody got to your ass just as much as you got to them. So there wasn't necessarily a winner here. There was no winner. Everybody learned something about themselves. Y'all excuse my nails. I'm trying different polishes, and this one didn't dry fast enough. But yeah, so there's no winner in this. It's like y'all cut each other down, and now I feel like Aries, since this is about you, they are just as reviewing themselves as you are, right? So somebody put some shit on your mind, and now you got to look at yourself, But remember, it's about you, self-esteem, right? So anyway, going forward, at the end here, we have the 9 of Pentacles clarified by the Hangman. You're not necessarily comfortable in this, I want to say, solitude, but you're getting there. You're getting comfortable in it. And that comfort is going to lead you to being comfortable doing new things, doing doing things differently, because all you've known is this, all of this. But now you got it all out, or most of it, because there's still, the reason you backed out of this fight is because you didn't want to reveal everything, or vice versa. You got out of this because y'all could have kept going, but then it would have made you look worse than it made you feel. So you backed out of that, and backing out of it took you up 10 notches. It took you up 10 notches. And you got out of it, but then you had to, find footing in this new energy that says, hey, I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired of arguing and fighting and bickering and trying and not getting nowhere. I'm tired of this. I want to do something different. So now you're on different ground. You have different footing. And you're getting comfortable in that footing. But it looks like this is something that was meant to happen the way it's happening, and I feel like you're being advised to remember who you are, in this time that you have as a single man or a single female. Remember who you are, and all the options that you have coming, or all the information. Like these could be offers, or this could just be information. Like, you backed out of this whole fight, and they still may be coming at you. Some of them could still be coming at you, earth sign, water sign, or fire sign, or an air sign. Any one of them could still be coming at you, but it's like you're not just running off at the mouth with this. You're literally like, this is an offer, but it's an offer of mental stability or mental clarity, clarified by someone studying. So your mental clarity here is golden, and you're letting everything that comes out your mouth, you're letting it come through your brain and not out your heart or not out your ass. You're really calculating the steps you take towards these people, or you're calculating the steps these people take towards you. Like, you're not letting anybody get close to you without you gathering information, or without seeing deeper. Anyway, dang, this took a long time. Okay, so with that being said, like I said, I feel like you're being advised to remember where you came from. This is the tradition card. You know how to handle this. You just have to get back to being you. This new journey that you're on, excluding arguments, or thinking before you speak, or thinking before you jump. You know how to handle all that, but still think big, and just remember who you are. Keep your, Aries is known for the house of self, so stick to who you are. But you had to go through this to learn the lesson that gets you here. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Thanks for hanging out, Aries. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Thanks for all the feedback and the comments. Also, look at your sun, moon, and rising signs. Gives you a bigger picture of what could be going on in your, in your energy. And good night, everybody.